And what's up, Hippo lovers? We are jumping into the Viper against TheCode best of 9, the grand finals, and we will look at GA Hans War. With me is the beloved Mr. Dave.
I'm excited, man. This could be a quick one. Hunswar, GA.
And market play by TheCode as well. As you can see, 3 villagers on the market here. Goes for 1 stable, doesn't want to die too quickly. The Viper plays 5 stables, 3 archer ranges behind this. And let's take a look. Is it Paladin opening or Tarkan opening? Okay, starts with Paladins first. Tarkan already produced faster. First villager saved here. And the Viper opens with Paladins as well. No villager losses so far.
Maybe 1 for code? Nope. He's gonna save her.
Looks like it. Okay.
Well, they're pretty far away, so maybe he's got time for the market play. Obviously, you're behind. You go for the market first.
Oh god, that's such a full all-in here by TheCode. 6 stables, 8 barracks, 7 archer ranges.
Jeez.
This will be a 20-minute game or less.
And a villager going down for him. Halberdiers now coming out. Second villager going down for code.
And more idle one or like low ones there as well. Some
Probably
at the right-hand side. Oh god,
Fourth.
That's a massacre. Let's see, some at the top there, but that's okay for TheCode. He keeps up his army numbers, kills some of the army, and more villagers at the top dying. Oh god, he's down by 5. Only killed 1 in return.
Yeah, and the slower start with the market too. Just not going well for code right now.
7 barracks, 6 archery ranges against that. The Viper is now setting up for gold. Not too much map control by him so far. Builds 2 monasteries there at the side. Luckily for TheCode, nice defensive gold spots.
Yep, all in the back. Very safe to take. He needs to prioritize getting that right-hand side at some point too. Viper looping around with these Paladins, but I don't know if there's that much to hit at the moment.
He was trying to raid the back gold spots, but he killed too many villagers.
There's no more to kill.
Yeah. Normally it's the timing where you go onto gold, and yeah, won't really happen now. TheCode tried to wall a bit more, but dies with those villagers as well. Tries to go for some aggression. Oh god.
Already has the monasteries. Already setting the waypoints to go get the relics, and already securing his base with castles. Code hasn't even got the foundations for castles up yet.
The Viper's so good at punishing those early market plays. Thing is, army value might be a bit better for TheCode. Goes on to a lot of Halberdiers. The Viper, he will waste a lot of his Halberdiers at the front, but instantly goes back there. Minimal losses, great play by him. Army count at the moment, 175 against 161. This is the finals we wanted to see. Now retreating with his CA. Paladins now at the front, but still solid Halberdier numbers. Moving a bit further forward. Siege workshops now behind. Army, massive amount of army from the Viper. Looping around, trying to make something happen. Maybe some wall-offs there at the right-hand side would have been good, because that will be a big raid into the gold spots, or maybe at the front. Dave, are you still here? Okay, Dave off for a small second. TheCode was seed number 3 in the tournament. The Viper was seed number 1. Quendi True, seed number 2. Just lost in the loser bracket finals. Now the big move in through the center. TheCode with 160 army. The Viper with only 130, trying to intercept some stuff here. But this is going to be tricky. Halberdiers are coming over. TheCode is sending army back. Now the raid at the right-hand side. Dying against those castles. CA is still active. Siege workshops could go down, and monasteries somewhat exposed at the side. 2 monasteries in the back, quite nicely positioned for TheCode, who still has a lot of army at home, wants to maybe take this engagement. Not really going to happen. And we lost Dave for a small second. He's typing to me in Discord. 150 pop against 110. More villagers for the Viper. Viper suddenly minus 18 villagers. Oh yeah, raid at the gold here. Something I didn't catch. Some expansions there at the left. And, well, Dave surely will be back soon. No good control over the gold spots. TheCode at 1.4k food. And this time it crashed for real, he said. 130 army against 130 pop against 100 military count. Better for the Viper, for the Code. Killing the monasteries there. Also the siege workshops. Small advantage for the Code in my opinion. Map control obviously still in favor of the Viper. Maybe a snipe here of that monk, but I think it will just be the wraparound click. And goes for the army here now. Viper could lose game number 1. Pop 115 against 90. And this is a beautiful start by the Code, surely after the rough start, but all the paladins running around there trying to make something happen didn't really work out too well for him in the long run. And nice raid in the back, Viper with idle army. Monk just moved a bit further forward, but there's no monastery. There's no monastery to drop those off. 1 relic here in the center, so it should be 3 relics for the Code who's continuing his push. I'm not sure if he will get the kill here, but if we look at the production, that's only Halberdiers. Viper without gold at the moment, still getting the big raids in the gold here. Pop 110 against 60, and Code is going deeper and deeper. Still, some expansion here. Viper stays active, wants to go for more raids. Is going away a bit there. Starting to see will be killed. Scores looking pretty damn sexy for the Code though. Maybe it is an advantage to play a full best of 9 before that because he is already warm. Army value at the moment 6k to 340. Those are some Tarkans out that are now trying to go for a raid. Can maybe go in there. The Code. And he has quite a lot of farms. Will go for the raid. There in the back is the Viper. We can see some defense here. Tarkans obviously incredibly good against the Ace. Having their massive 8 pierce armor. The Viper loses his main gold spot in this one for quite some time as well. The true GG timing. Viper maybe feels like he has still some chances here with all the map control. Also knows that the Code is often with his all-in market pushes running out of villagers, running out of resources. And as you can see, he's absolutely at the limit, but a solid 80 villagers behind this. The Code, he got punished quite a bit, and the Viper has to resign this one. 1-0 lead here for the Code, for the DMer. And, well, this is starting to shape up to be a great series here. Happy to see the Code getting into this one quite nicely. We had a 35-minute break. He should be up here, and I promise you, we won't see a 20-minute game. So many stables, so many barracks and archery ranges. The Code was late with his archery ranges there, lost so many, and Dave might be back here.
Dude, like, I could hear you talking, but I couldn't. Apparently, my internet crashed, so.
Feels bad, man. First game in the books. The Code won this one with the massive market push. I think Viper again with this weird wraparound with the 40 paladins. Yesterday he could have easily won the Franks war against the Code and went for the weird raids. This time, Hans war, kind of the same mistake. I'm a bit surprised.
It's a good start. Quick game. Put one in the books for the DM world.
Indeed, yeah. They have to be happy with that one. And
I mean, that's how many games he won against Viper last time around, right?
Yeah, that's true. Well, same game length. 4k more gold, way better KD, and had more villagers. The Viper, again, pretty active there with his map control. Had castles all around, had the relics already snagged, but the Code, just the one-dimensional massive push. And if you're then lacking 40 paladins, you will just get punished. I can make the bracket a bit bigger for you again as well. So next one is the home map of the Viper. He's not allowed to pick Vikings. And he only has the chance to choose between Sand Maze and... Oh, now I need to come up with something. No, Dune's not. Golden.
Crossing my fingers for Sand Maze Malay. We can do it, boys.
Unlikely. Let me think about it. Graveyards? Okay, my chat is good. But Viper hates graveyards, so unlikely. Atacama. Viper hates Atacama as well. So might be Sand Maze. We will see.
So Viper hates Atacama, so whenever it gets hosted, he's like, Atacama! No, never mind. I'm gonna take that one back. You never heard that, chat. That was bad.
That's what not what I'm paying you for, Dave.
I didn't commit. I needed to commit to that joke. I kind of gave up halfway through.
Yeah.
I just needed...
If you know before the punchline that it won't hit.
I just needed to commit. Oh man, it just made it worse. Oh boy.
This is the bad joke train.
We just lost 50 viewers. Oh no. Nearly pays Dave. No one pays Dave. No one pays Dave. Never.
Okay.
Except Matt. Matt, where you at? Hit me up. Hit me up, dude.
Okay, so home map now. I think Brittons, Atacama would be something. Brittons on Sand Maze could be something as well. Or maybe something completely out of the book. He obviously has the advantage. Now saw how TheCode played the other 7 games and can maybe come up with something that TheCode already played and the Viper felt that wasn't that well played by you.
Here we go. Sand Maze.
And Brittons. Right. Oh boy, do we have professional casters here. This
water is so much bigger than the last time.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep.
You fit like 100 harbors around there. Too
yeah.
bad we're not Malay.
Too bad. Okay, so the Viper opening with 2 barracks, 2 archer ranges. Pretty long distance here. On the other side, we have 2 barracks, 5 archer ranges. No one really rushing for the water. As you can see, TheCode even camping the pond at the start here.
Yeah, he's looking for that villager. I think it'd be really risky to send a villager that early.
Well, we had it
You're
in
basically asking to be down 1.
We had Chinese war, and someone just instantly sent 2 villagers forward and lost both of them.
Oh man, yeah, it's just if the other player's smart, they're always gonna be scouting that area, right?
Yeah, and look at that. The halberdier, after it didn't arrive at the light cav didn't arrive at home, he's sending the halberdier to the front, and
now Viper's going.
Yeah,
but Code's already there.
Yeah,
okay.
Code a bit faster. And I think Brittons have heavy demos, so that could be really big with all those very low HP units. But we're starting off with Galleons. Okay, relic positioning, better for the Viper. 3 at his base, 2 kind of neutral, or 1 a bit better for TheCode. Need to rush for that quite quickly. Galleons can do some stuff, and oh, we're starting off with fast fires by the Viper. Obviously better in lower numbers. Oh, look at how he's debating the Galleon shots. Sick.
Kill the villager. Nice snipe there. Yeah, Viper, I mean, he's only got 1 dock. He's got 2 fast fires right now. That's probably enough to clear this, but not once Code gets a few more. It's going to be really struggle.
Let's see. I think if he has like 3 fast fire ships, they're really, really good.
No, he's not clearing this. Not with all the archers and everything.
Yeah,
and reinforcements coming.
Champions might just go for the dock as well. It's really weird to not see them really expanding anywhere. It's just the fight for the center at the moment. Quite weird. Yep. Viper with a massive army at the top. And you can see Code, he is skeptical. Where's all your army? Where are you going? And sending some galleons to the top. Yeah.
I like the galleons over there by the relic though. They're harder to kill than a random champion. More mobile too. Here come the fast fires. Not going to be able to clear this up.
Now some demo production behind this. TheCode squeezing in some fast fires as well. Looks pretty solid. We have some raids blocking some of the gold spots, some expansions everywhere, and now the first heavy demos. This one looks good for TheCode.
Yep, Ram's coming out from Viper too to kill the docks, but he's going to toss those away against the champions. And his raid up at the top, Code's got a pretty good position there with his castle. Couldn't deny that.
Yeah, all the champions going down, went in there and now need to retreat. Demo's now at the left-hand side. Can they connect? They're certainly going in pretty deep, but the Viper is microing them away.
Very nice.
Oh,
Demo!
Ooh.
Big explosion. Coda also denied another castle at the top. He denied a monk coming for the relic at the bottom. It's really good map awareness from him so far.
Yeah, extremely active. Oh, but Viper now going for his Geoman towers. Incredible damage output from those. But villagers are getting sniped and the code is active there. As we can see, the Viper already lost 10 villagers now.
Code's got a lot of demolition ships too. Oh boy, Viper's got to be very careful. He's actually docking that tiny little pawn behind just to get a foothold there. And he's trying to get that relic at the top, both of the relics at the top. But Code's there again. Just crazy map awareness here.
So active, and we're down to 220k wood. Choo-choo!
That was a pretty hype choo-choo.
Yeah. Oh, big demo
Oh.
here. Hallelujah. And that was like, what is that? Like 10, 15 longbows going down? That was a big one.
There's a potential for a few more big demolition shots too.
Now picking off some of the relics, and it looks like the code might get even 3 relics. The Viper sitting at 1 at the moment, still fighting for the one at the top. Let's see if it can get stolen. The code needs to instantly run away with that monk. 34
Go,
HP. Run!
He's running!
Viper is sniping
No.
though.
Oh, the demo on the onagers.
Oh boy, gets another 5. Solid job there.
That was sick, man. Code pretty convincing in the early stages of this game here.
Yeah, and he has a lot of castles out here with 5. I think he can just go for some traps and do a lot of pressure in the center as well.
And Viper's running real low on gold.
Yeah, not mixing in skirmishes so far. I'm surprised by the amount of arbalests we still see on the field.
Like, they have enough castles to produce, right?
Yeah, they should. Food completely sold, most likely by Orchid as well. The Viper has a market at the side. I missed that. Okay, big go now at the right-hand side, but should run into massive amount of TCs and a castle.
Sending another monk out there to get that relic again, but Viper's gonna snag it and bring it back.
Demos really wanted to deal with that dog, and as you can see, soon 30 galleons on the field against nothing on the water. Monk is getting sniped, and yeah, that looks like a nice clear up. Viper can't leave with his army there. Now goes into the right-hand side, but should run into death there as well. Yep.
Yep. It's just too many TCs. And it looks like 3-2 relics? Yeah, 3-2 relics for Code.
Okay.
So not a huge advantage, but it is something.
Yeah, but some nice snacking of those when we looked at the spawn of those to begin with.
Ooh, if he demos those trebs, yo, that is potential right now. Do you have any demos left over, dude?
Minimap tells me 3 left over and 1 more in production. A bit far in the back there, and
there's 3 right there.
Look at that perfect decision by the code also. Right-hand side army was trapped, but he didn't want to trade gold against gold. He only sent skirmishes.
No, he's played this. It doesn't look like he's already played a best of 9. He looks fresh here.
Absolutely. Game number 1 was a brutal execution, and game number 2, decision making on point, and well, this one should be Viper's home map and is better preparation, but not so far.
Okay, so Viper's sending in the Rams, but Code does have these demolition ships, and with these galleons to back it up, might be a bit tricky for Viper to fight this. Of course, he's got Warwolf, so Code's got to be careful not to stack those ships on top of each other.
Which is tricky with ships. And
Here come
demos
the
now moving
demos.
forward. But where can they connect?
Really no, yeah. Warwolf Trebs completely changes this fight.
Yeah. So good on
Oh, demo.
back.
Demo. No, not good.
Skirmishers running around, trying to make something happen. 108 army by him. And, well, right-hand side, still completely open. Let me think about it. Extra gold spots? Ah, both have one. So yeah, super fair in that regard. Now the big questions. Do Britons have cannon galleons?
Yep, they do, and they only in Wallow Kingdom, so they didn't get it in the original.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, that's true. And Hans got them taken away, right?
Did they?
Yeah, Hans had them in AOC, and with Rise of Rajas, they lost them. Or I think with The Forgotten or something. Yeah, it doesn't feel right.
Yeah, because Huns were, you know, the meta on Team Islands or whatever.
Yeah. Their Navy imp was too strong! Let's take cannon galleons away.
Non-elite cannon galleons, yeah, too much.
Without shipwrights. Okay, now some go.
So it's kind of settled down.
Look at the massive army at the top by the Viper, though. 4 traps, massive amount of rams, and he sends in a lot of trash army there.
I love the use of the ships by Code. The ships are so tough for skirmishers and light cav to take down. Even with rams present there, it's just a delaying tactic, right? While he pushes at the other side.
He is adding 4 fishing ships. But yeah, without a proper waypoint. I think that's just a misclick. Yeah. Maybe someone messaged him to go for fish traps in the game earlier. Oh, that's a lot of traps in the center. If only the code had like 5 rams with that. That would be so good for him.
Yeah, it's something he hasn't teched into yet. Viper's doing such a good job. Code should have really killed those traps with his own. Warwolf trebs are no joke! That was a demo. Only got one. But Viper prioritizing killing the trebs from Code. Now the push is completely stalled out here.
Yeah.
And Viper's in on the right-hand side as well, but Code's going to clear up those trebs.
He has so much gold, he can even go for some Cavaliers. And I just checked it. Damage output by a keep from Brittons with heated shot 30 against a galleon.
That hurts. Fishing ships now fishing.
As they should.
Yeah, the use of the trebs by Viper I think was so much better than Code in that battle. Code was focusing the buildings, he didn't kill any of the buildings and he lost all his trebs. Viper was focusing the units and the trebs and he still has 4 of his.
Yeah, that's pretty nice for sure. Big clear up at the top there. Cavaliers obviously incredibly good against the skirmishers there. Some Arbalest and longbows behind should deal with that. The Code has some longbows himself. Push at the left hand side will be stopped by the champions, killing at least 1 trap.
Yeah, and the galleons will probably take another one. There we go. The demo ships haven't been really used effectively here. I would save the demo ships for the other side of the map. Not this battle, because you have the keeps, you have the castles, you have so much stuff that could snipe them. I feel like for holding the other side, the demos might be better off.
Another go. Both now shooting away with their traps, as you can see on the animal castles. I don't like the amount of rams from the Code. It just feels like 10 rams there could kill everything, such as the longbows. Ooh.
Yeah, and Viper's pushing back on both sides now. This is a position you don't want Viper to be in as your opponent. When it comes down to like map awareness, map or unit control, macro, there's no one better than Viper.
Yeah, he's so incredibly good with that. Army composition, so active everywhere around the map, and well, Demo's not getting the kills in that we wanted to see. Viper goes for the spread formation there as well. Obviously, it is tricky.
Raids at the top, wow.
Demo basically 0 range, and those longbows with how much do they have? 12 range? They have some time to snipe.
Getting hit by an onager shot, but now Viper microing down those onagers, getting out with his army. That's another thing he does so well. Like, if he knows he's going to lose the army anyway, he tries to save as much of it as possible. A lot of other players would have just, like, tossed it away. But, like, every unit counts for Viper.
The Code still without a single farm. 60 wood choppers, and
it's got fish.
Yeah, and still 2k food in the bank. It's really weird.
Yeah. Well, what are you making with food as Britons? Just villagers and
Cavaliers,
champions, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's building Cavaliers as well.
Yeah, I guess
and
so.
not too few.
Viper now taking the stone on Code's side, pushing in on that bottom left or bottom corner. Werewolf Trebs, please hit the longbows.
Oh, would be so good. They're so
Hit
clumped
the
up.
longbows.
Oh no, it's just going for the castle. And we'll get the kill at least. So somewhat of a win, but not as stylish.
Oh, good onager shots at the top though.
Oh yeah. Champions are moving in. Viper not taking care at all. And those were some nice seconds for him there. And some rams being sent in as well. Think he won't get a real kill against the castle and all the buildings.
Big push at the bottom side. Now he's got enough rams.
Ooh.
Now we see the ram production from Code. He's got the navy behind. He's got the threat of the demolition ships if Viper retreats.
Yeah, but Viper now has all his longbows at the other side. So he's not that scared anymore. Huh. Clearing up the top. 5 more demos in production. Galleons without any buffer here. Ramgo won't do too much. Both players. Well, delivering a very action-packed game here.
More rams being produced from Code. He's kind of preventing the reinforcements from coming across with his navy, but he needs something to clear up this massive longbow clump. Oh, demo coming in. Distract. Distract with something. No, that is dead.
He kind of needed to debate your army to the top, and shouldn't really happen. But what happened, what I didn't expect, is that the Viper loses his top base there. Would have thought like 2 onagers or 4 rams or something could have dealt with that aggression, but didn't happen. And the Viper out of wood, pop 170 only.
He's going to lose this army probably too. Oh, he's going to save it. Save it for another day. More demolition shots, killing like 3 longbows at a time. Not sure it's worth it.
Almost doing a good job here, getting some kills. Rams are moving forward. 4 archer rangers should probably go down. Behind that, the castle. Only skirm production at the moment. He needs to micro lot then.
Viper's really struggling for wood and gold at the moment. Look at that. Look at his res, and he doesn't have that many units queued up.
Oh, sick. Only 90 villagers. The code is sitting at 90 as well, but has close to 150 more kills.
Yeah, and Viper's really going to struggle to push this back on both sides.
Uh-oh.
I think he can hold on the south, but the north is looking a bit dicey.
Code with an impressive series here, and like at least first 2 games, and Rams are pushing in. The Viper, normally the time where we say he shines, right? Stabilize, both players in an equal spot, and same civilizations. Rally count pretty even as well, but the code advancing at the top, held the bottom, but now the Viper is charging up for another go.
We've also been blessed by the bird in this game. Just want to point that out.
Oh yeah, hey yo.
Hype.
Hype. The hawk, 0 food, no armor, and has a picture of a horse and a hawk.
Yep. He's living the dream. Still 3,200 stone in the bank for Code. So he could reinforce this push on the top side with more castles. Just kind of solidify his position up there.
He will go for TC. He's trying to secure the wood there, apparently. Would love to see some siege workshops. Has 1 castle. Yeah, where will he build those? Not really going for any towers as of yet. Huh. Okay, 2 more rams. I think, honestly, knowing that the Viper had the army at the bottom there, maybe a big ram go through the center could actually be pretty nice.
Yeah. I mean, Viper, I think Viper probably recognizes that. And Code is just heading to the center now. Viper's bringing his longbows back.
Yeah, but that's longbows only. Could easily die to a demo, but now gets onto safe ground again. Traps advancing at the top. Viper, he feels a bit cornered. Still has a small enclave at the bottom, but that's it.
Yeah, I think he just didn't get his eco running as quickly. He was struggling with wood. He was struggling with gold. Now he's kind of stabilized a little bit, so he's getting his production numbers back up there. But Code definitely took advantage of that lull.
113 villagers for him, 4 idle. The Code without a single idle villager. Absolutely incredible play. Viper at pop 170. Big losses for the Code in the center though. Runs into the Onagers there, and suddenly he's down to pop 140, Dave.
Castle probably going down from Viper at the north. That's the third castle that's gone down in this area for Viper.
Therefore both on 5, and the Code. Massive production tab, only 90 villagers. It is tricky to say what's the ideal number in the Brittons war. Certainly 120 has to be too high. 90 maybe too low.
Yeah, probably around like 105 or something. I don't know. If you're going for skirmishers, then you obviously you need more on food, and he's going for light cab as well. Interesting. Okay.
Well, obviously great against the skirmishers, doing a solid job against the Rams if they get to the front, which they are now. Both traps surviving. The Viper loses castle number 4 in that area.
That's crazy. At one point, Viper was pushing Code on both sides. And he just kind of turned it around completely. He's going for a push on the south now. There's 4 trebs there from Viper. He's moving them away.
Yeah, he doesn't have army there. He's sending all his army to the top. He can't push at the bottom.
I'd love to see Code utilize Werewolf more. He hasn't been targeting units at all with his trebs.
Yeah, that's a bit underwhelming. Agreed. Oh, but big go by the Code.
He could clear this up. Another castle's going to die from Viper here.
And then he's suddenly down to
Please
4.
just shoot the longbows with the treb. They're stacking up. Okay, now they're scattered.
But see, even scattered, you can get a shot, get 2-3 kills. Won't be too bad. Uh-oh, the Codes go. Only Rams and skirmishers at the moment. He will get cleared up by just a handful of light cav.
Oh, he's sending some light cav of his own.
And some more Rams, but we'll fight a long time under the castle. More Rams coming over. I think this could be a clutch hold, but Snake.
Viper running low on food again.
Let's take a look at the farm count. It is 40 farmers for the Code, 56 farmers for the Viper. So he should have more food income, but also building quite a lot of light cav. Yeah, the Viper holding the bottom. Now goes for Onagers. Should be some good connections against the skirmishers if he even wants to shoot.
Yeah, don't even engage that. You don't need to. Low treb numbers from Code. He lost the trebs at the top. It's kind of stalled out his push a bit. I don't think he's going to get the job done with the Rams. I mean, they're good. They soak up the fire from the longbows, but when it comes to taking down castles, capped Rams are not that great.
Oh, Viper with the sneaky move through the center. Look at that. Tried to get some dogs up, but yeah.
And Code realizing probably needs a bit more presence on water, making a few more galleons.
Triples his galleon count.
Yep.
Now at 3.
300%.
Okay.
Nice fight here from Code at the top. Soaking up fire with the Rams. It's kind of stalled out again.
Producing some more villagers here. Wants to get to the magical number 105 that he just heard on stream. And, well, Viper's holding there as well. Let's take a look at Viper's wood control at the moment. Okay, he needs to expand to the bottom. And still has some at the top here, but he's running out of that eventually as well. 6k left.
Yeah, kind of needs to either secure his control at the bottom or push back this army at the top. It looks like he's going for the pushback method.
Trading only with skirmishers at the moment is the Code. Has his Arbalest in the row behind that. Maybe some more Rams could be nice. Let's take a look. Fight in the center. One trap, but Onagers around. That could be really good.
demos aren't going to do too much here. Take out a ram and an onager.
Just
Castle's
honestly
going to
fine.
go down. Yep, it's a decent trade.
And Trap could actually die before 7 HP, 6 HP, and, well, the castle, will it survive? 3 HP, 2 HP, and... What?
It didn't shoot.
It did.
The castle's going to die.
But not the way I wanted.
No.
Oh, will it? 3 rams. Halberdier now out. He's repairing?
that.
Yeah, okay, okay.
Code holding on to his positions. Pushing back Viper's base in the south, and Viper just doesn't have enough army in the north to clear that up. Brittons are really slow push.
Okay, more archer ranges now added. Siege workshops as well. It seems like Code is getting control over his complete mainland. Still the threat of water control. Viper with the solid 6 traps at the top and mainly longbows. That's a strong army. Look at that. 32% of his whole army is in gold. Only 12 for the Code.
Code's got to, I think, build up his light cav numbers, engage with the skirms at the front, and then loop the light cav around back.
Oh, just ram skirm is actually perfect against that army composition as well. Okay, now
Watch out for these warwolf trebs.
Oh, let's take a look how they can connect. Not really so far. Lightcav sniping the onager in the back. Traps now getting the target. Skirms are moving in.
Come on.
No connections.
Bit connect! No.
Bit connect! Bit connect, bit connect, bit connect!
Yeah, we meme. We meme sometimes.
Sometimes. What was like, yeah, we did cast the other series together, T90 in the Aspiring Expert, right? And I think my clickbait title was like, don't even remember who we played against. Let's say VNS Cool. I know that it wasn't VNS Cool, but it was like VNS Cool against the meme lord T90 official was my YouTube title.
Oh, here come the trebs, here come the trebs, here come the trebs. Shoot at the army, Viper, no. I was waiting for that.
The Code dropping down to 450. Simply out of food here. He's sitting at 46 farmers. Seems like that's not enough in this war at the moment.
Yeah, Viper got his eco all stabilized. Now he's producing like crazy.
Yeah, Skirm, Halberdier, Lightcav, some champions mixed in, 2 more traps, some rams as well. Code is trying to push back at the bottom, builds another castle here and gets that one up. Is down to only 2 castles in the bank though. I lose a lot of villagers at the top. Lightcav will clear this one up. Now some demos queued up again. Could maybe get something. It's like, for the Viper, it's like, like crossing your fingers, closing your eyes, and just running over to the other green area and praying that no new demos are coming around.
Basically, yeah. And he's out. Viper's out of stone too, so he can't really secure this area over here with a castle. And he can't secure the bottom area with a castle either. He's used his stone on keeps.
Interesting. And yeah, you see Viper, he's going to the other area. Knows that that's kind of safe for him at the moment.
I think he should maybe take out the docks with the traps. Well, you have a chance.
Well, do you think he gets enough traps before getting punished? Oh, first wall of connections here against the skirmishers. Now clicks on the barracks again though.
Yeah, he's gonna redock the center.
Oh, interesting. Trap's not doing anything. Let's take a look. Code, does he see it? He sees both docks.
Not queuing anything though.
Reaction.
Maybe he's just gonna let him. I don't know about letting him have this. It's a pretty important area of the map to control.
He's 130
force
gold.
going north, but not big enough.
And it's not killing that much. I think it's an important area for the long run. Now queuing up some longbows means he can't win the water fight. Oh, that's tricky. Castle under some danger as well. 2 rams. Oh, villagers getting sniped there. Lightcav coming over. The castle will be saved. But the code, he did repair a solid castle into that.
That's Viper making galleons. Okay. Going galleons out of his docks. Those Trebs, finally, they made it all the way over. They crossed their fingers. They went across. And I think they might be within range of a demo ship there. Come on, 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 come on. That's in range, dude.
No, it's not.
Not all of them, but some of them are.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Oh, radius is 3.5, as I learned. So yeah, they should be. But like the demo won't explode, you need to manually delete it.
Yeah, delete it.
Yeah. Okay, go now at the top. Pretty nice. The Viper, where is he getting wood? Gets the center wood now. And his main wood income is at the bottom, kind of the codes area. Traps are moving forward.
Yeah, that push at the top, though, it's pretty easy to repel. Like, Viper can kill it with just this stuff. And then he's got access to wood again. This is looking rough for the code. It looked good for him for a few minutes, but now Viper has the water control. He's pushing at the bottom. He's repelled the attack at the top, and he has access to wood. And where does code go for wood now?
Doesn't have that much in the back. He is now getting pushed. Has 1k in total only. Viper selling some food. Huh. And galleons. Let's take a look how well Viper can use them. And if he's maybe going for cannon galleons, I don't think that's necessary with 6 traps though. That already killed 18 buildings and did 49k damage. Those 6 traps.
Oh my god, dude. That's crazy.
I'm not good at math, but I think that's a big number.
Yep.
Now 50k. That's an even bigger number, I believe.
Yeah, code has 392 wood right now.
Uh-oh, and build some more fast fires. That cost him wood and gold, something that he simply does not have too much of. Push at the top is pretty nice. Champions are coming over, trying to deal with the trash-only army of the code.
And he killed a lot of villagers at the bottom taking wood for Viper, too. So Viper's gonna have to go take wood in the middle.
Yeah. But he will easily do that. Okay, all the docks cleared up. The code 62 wood at the moment. How is his wood income looking? Only 100 wood per minute. The Viper,
yep,
460.
He's got like 5 villagers on wood.
Oh, tricky stuff. Castle going down though. Puts him down to only 3 now. Galleon should do a better job of protecting the traps, and indeed that's what he's doing. Now coming over. And they will kill it yet another castle. 73k damage now. Pretty ridiculous. Push with the champions at the top. Do we have any longbows left there? No, not at all. Champions will be so good. And scaring the code away. Who is chopping wood at the top. Traps are moving forward. Next castle will die. The code down to pop 150. This looks like the Vipers win on his home map.
Yeah, I think this is pretty over. Yep, there's the GG. Well
Wow.
played, Viper.
The first time ever that we're calling the GG and it actually happens in a reasonable timing. Either the players are getting more reasonable or we are getting good at the shop all of a sudden, Dave.
Yep. I think I'm just getting better. You've been doing this for years. This is my first time casting DM.
Yeah. Well, I'm basically casting every single day because we have so many big DM tournaments around the world every day, every week, basically. Okay, score is 1-1. Made a lot of sense, right? And now the home map of the code. I'd still love to see him play Magyars, although he had a horrible, horrible game with it yesterday. But I think this might be still a good option for him. Play the market. Worked out for him in game number 1. What do you...
just all came down to the Trebs last game.
They were
Viper
really,
just
really
used
good.
his Trebs better in code.
Although KD, again, pretty even. 1.380, 1.340. Economy, Viper was a bit more active, had like 10, 15 more villagers this whole game. And TheCode, one more relic. It was kind of an even game. That's why it went for so long as well. And they're launching into game number 3. After that, we will have some set civilizations all around, so no more home maps. We will see Persians, Vikings, Franks, Magyars, Goths, and Spanish. So some horses and elephants will be built later today. Only game number 3 coming up in this best of 9.
It's a good start. It's 2 pretty entertaining games to kick this off.
Yeah. Okay, so what maps can he pick? Graveyards and something more that I forgot. Prairie is there. We had 9 maps in the map pool, so he has to choose between 2.
Green Arabia, Gold Rush, Dunes, Prairie, Golden Pit, Ghost Lake,
Gold
Graveyard.
Rush. Gold Rush is missing. No, Gold Rush is there.
Gold Rush is game 4.
Atacama, we already mentioned it, yeah. Atacama and Graveyards is the choice for TheCode. He can pick one of the 2, and he can decide between all the civilizations that aren't listed here and aren't Brittons. 4.2k viewers overall. Lovely stuff. I was aiming for 5k for the finals, and
We might get there.
yeah,
You never know.
obviously really, really good if we can get over to Microsoft and tell them, here, look at that. You only invested in 2k into a tournament and we had 5k viewers. Obviously gives them more incentive to cast more tournaments of that style.
Animal, we're totaling all the viewers across channels. for
Yeah.
the event,
It's
so.
yeah. It's not only this channel. Yeah. What do you think about non-mirror matchups in DM? Does not work. That's not how Age of Empires is designed, right? Civilizations are designed to be good at some part, bad at some part, good at another part, and DM post-imperial is basically only one single niche of a civilization. And if you aren't Dave, it's pretty much impossible to come up with fair Civ matchups.
Did I come up with the only semi-fair Civ match?
I was impressed. Saracens against Spanish. Honestly, yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, what? It's the only close one I could think of.
Yeah. Like, but you screwed up heavily before that with Vietnamese against Khmer.
I was come on.
You didn't
No
know
one
about
took that
Scorpions.
seriously, did you? No one took that seriously, did they?
Chat took it super seriously.
What?
They asked to,
Khmer
to
is like
replace
the
you.
most OP post-imp Civ in the game. Am I just gonna toss Vietnamese in there and expect them to?
Well, Vietnamese aren't
anything
too
but get
bad, and if
ground
it
up?
wasn't for Scorpions, they would play pretty similar. But Vietnamese, the only elephant Civ that doesn't even have heavy Scorpions, and oh boy, we will see an aggressive game with, well, a different type of horses. And look at that, the Viper going for the big market play here. 3 villagers on the market, and Orkut, he might be the one punishing. He goes 8 stables, double barracks, the Viper, 4 villagers on the market. Now we will see how the Viper can save his villagers. This could be really, really tough for him.
Oh, this could be really quick here, man.
And the
They're
first
so
wall
close,
stopped.
too.
Yeah. This could be a 6-minute game. Let's take a look how Viper can defend this. Oh no, what a screw up. Tries to wall this one, villagers at the other side. It's 3
Not
military
even a
to none.
production building.
This is
Oh,
over.
no!
This is over.
Oh man, he's teleporting in and out, but what a disaster.
Dave, this
Viper,
is
no!
over.
Viper, no! Is he gonna get a military unit out before
Look.
the game's over?
I didn't know we invited 1,200 players into this tournament.
Oh my god!
He deleted the building, and yeah, we don't need to move our camera much more here.
Look at the quick walls. He's desperately trying to stay in the game.
Oh, full risky
He's
move
only
there
lost
with the
one
market.
villager somehow.
That's
The Viper magic.
okay.
That's sick.
Now it's 2. It might get more, but honestly,
Look
it's
at the
2 military
teleports.
against 16, and the Viper loses in 2 minutes 48 seconds. Strong home map by TheCode.
Disaster. Oh my god. You did say that Viper hated this map.
Yeah, like there are two different kinds of generations of this map, right? There's one with the big wood in the center and one at the side. And if it's at the side, you need to open super aggressively and cannot mark it. And if it's in the center, you can go full tryhard market as Viper did. But, well, he didn't read the map correctly and got instantly punished. That might be the shortest game of the tournament.
Yeah. Viper shouldn't we ban Viper for letting Doubt play on his PC?
Honestly, he still played it way better than Doubt, right? And with all the quick walls, how he deleted the outpost there, tried to get the market up, but yeah. The simply that he didn't get the first market quick wall up was just too bad for him.
That was some sick micro.
12?
That was like really sick, but
12k gold in the bank and resigning. And guys, this is the reason why we don't have restarts in this tournament as well, right? Because Viper could have easily called a restart at 2 minutes, but he lost the game. It wasn't because of the bad map. And that's why we can't have restarts. Let's go over the KD. 5 kills, 2 losses. A typical game stat, right?
Yep.
16-3 largest army. The Viper, it's solid. 2,400 gold gained. 9-6 villagers. Any timeline that we normally see from the Viper, right? Interesting one. What do you think? What was the main mistake here of the Viper?
They were way too close to go for a market strategy like that. You're just too close. He saved all his villagers. He didn't even lose one to the starting Hussar.
Yeah. I think he went for an army too late. Would have been Jordan's analysis. So, while they're building outposts instead of walls, we are playing with a no-wall mod. What happened? The Viper went for a risky strategy. He built the market very early on with all his villagers to sell wood and food and maybe stone, to then have more gold and outproduce his opponent with Imperial Camels. But his opponent didn't go for the market at all, just built Imperial Camels and had way more army than the Viper and just ran over him. And therefore we had a 2-minute 48-second game. Could this have worked if he immediately walled in his villagers? Then it's a 5-minute game. He can't get any army out.
He just gets surrounded. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, he has, like, 3 stables out if he walls all his villagers, and TheCode has, like, 9 stables, 2 barracks, can build an aggressive castle, and then the game is instantly over, and you cannot put the gold on the map that you got extra. Isn't the market strat always vulnerable to that? Yes, it is. That's why you can't play it in such an open map. Was the wrong choice by the Viper. I think he kind of decided on the strat before he saw the map. And that
he was hoping for the middle wood line.
Yeah. Hey Nilly, are you happy with how far you've gone in the tournament? Yes. My goal was to be top 6, and I finished my goal was to finish top 8, and I finished top 6. So I'm happy, yeah. Please someone tell me what's the benefit of building the market first. Well, as you know, if you sell resources, the price gets worse. And the price is for everyone in the game. So if you sell at the start, the first 100 wood you sell, you get 85 gold. And for the next one, you only get 83 gold, for example. So building the market quick and selling means you get the way better prices than your opponent who potentially builds it later. Haven't the Viper just crushed TheCode earlier? In the unimportant series, he did, yeah. Okay, 40 seconds to go, and then we have Gold Rush Persians. That's going to be an interesting one. Hallelujah. We start off with a lot of paladins, or maybe, and massive amount of siege workshops and halberdiers. I'm excited to see how that one will play out. We are looking at all the gold in the center. With me is still Mr. Dave.
Bonjour.
Ça va?
Ça va bien. Jamapple Dave.
What? Okay.
Come on, Sapple too. All right, here we go. That's enough French. We're playing Persians, not Franks.
Oh, villager down here, although
Nice
he...
quick walls for Code.
And the Viper with some problems here. Oh yeah, nice save. So 1 against 0. The Code with good openings here. Gold in the center, up for grabs. I think pretty fair. Viper maybe with a bit closer line here to the Gold at the other side. And we have 4 barracks, triple stable opening, and the Code goes for triple stable, 4 barracks as well. 3 siege workshops behind this.
Code could pick a couple villagers here too. They are both weak. They are both weak, Code. Code, they are both weak. Right around them. Focusing in a different area, I guess.
Yeah. Gets 2 at the top. And now we have the other ones at the front. Maybe another raid could get some of those. Paladins are now going down. He comes in with more paladins at the front though. 3 against 3 kills. Oh,
yeah,
man.
looks like Viper's gonna pick another villager here. Pretty even start across the board.
4 villager losses against 4 villager losses. Goes in for another one though at the front. And you can see the Code already having houses up to 100. And they need a small break after that very hectic start here. What do we have up so far? 3 stables, 5 barracks, 3 siege workshops set up. 4 barracks, 3 stables, 5 siege workshops. And no one really expanding to the eco. And no one...
Do you go for Scorps here? Or like
yes.
What?
Scorps against the Halberdiers. And Scorps later on against elephants as well.
Yep.
Can they build castles? Yes, they can. But... obviously, to get a castle up and to get elephants out, it takes so much time that you need to go for other units before that.
You probably want to get your farming started earlier too with elephants, right? It's super expensive.
Yeah, that's pretty brutal. Although on Gold Rush, you run out of gold a bit earlier. But yeah, Halberdiers cost food, paladins, and elephants. So if you want to go for your dream army composition, 70 farms isn't unrealistic. Viper pulled the Ethernet cable. I didn't get any messages. I think it might just be a normal pause. Wrong map? Nope. Deathmatch Gold Rush.
Does your capture age have like these weird lines around the middle? I'm gonna take that as a no. If you can't see them.
No.
No.
What, weird lines around the middle?
Yeah, like around the hills, the gold area. It's got like these black lines.
Nope.
Okay, cool. It's just me.
Great chat.
Nice. So who has the advantage right now?
I think the Code slightly, but isn't really getting onto a siege workshop too quickly. Villagers might go down on both sides.
Well, I mean, he's got 4 barracks up. Viper has 5.
Yeah.
And they both have 3 stables.
I think it all comes down to who gets more scorpions out a bit quicker, though. It feels like Viper still has 3 exposed villagers in the back. And the Code has them a bit closer. And more army in the back there as well. And now we are continuing in this game. Paladin wins the fight there and might move in. And that will be the dead villagers that we talked about a bit earlier. Viper is trying to run home there. And, villagers exposed at the front as well. But Paladin is going down there. Only after taking another one. 7 to 4 kills now.
Great quick walls with the outposts from Code this game as well. He's been on top of that. Siege Workshop. First one is up for him. 3 are about to be up for Viper.
Some villagers exposed in the center, but Viper not focusing on that.
Another Vill from Viper going down. 8 to 7 now.
Oh yeah, heavy losses on both sides, man. This is just brutal. Gold Rush in general, a very, very aggressive map, and Persian War, where, yeah, you don't really get SO to defend, and it's tricky to wall your base. Just really nice. Now Market by the Code in the back as well. We could easily see some wood sold now.
More villager picks for him. Just slowing Viper down as much as he can.
85 against 62 here. Both trying to rush for that hill. Going to be tricky though. And we had a drop and will restore this game. They could save it. So 90 pop against 60 pop. As we can see, 3 castles up from the Viper pretty soon. Has a lot of villagers working there. We have 1 castle up for the Code. Not going on to traps, but the elephants.
Viper also bringing relics already. So
I think that's a mistake. I honestly think that's a mistake. But he loves them so much. Okay. Then let's quickly take a look at the stats. Mid-game here, 6.5 minutes in. And some more kills by the Code. He got the market for 2.7k and has a 3 villager advantage. We are ready to restore this game. I think it looks like a good advantage for the Code.
Yeah. Slower to the first castle for Viper. Elephant's already out.
Yeah, but we have the 3 castles way earlier.
Yeah.
Ryder, thanks for the 100 biddies, and Cobalt of Doom flying with 2,000 biddies. Thanks, my man. Hope you're all enjoying the show. We're nearing the viewer numbers that I dreamt of. The Code.
It's been
with a good start
6
here.
hours already.
My stream is live for 6 hours 4 minutes, but I did some pre-show, so I would say 5.5.
Oh, nice.
Actually, only a little. Like 550 could be reasonable.
It's still a long first date, Nilly.
It's not our first date.
I know, it's not.
And yeah, but for a first date, it would be very long for me, yeah?
Yeah, it's a long DM and chill.
Oh, God, my last first date, I thought about quitting after her 3rd sentence.
Dude, my last first date, I had one last week, and the end to it was like Tristan trying to end his stream.
But?
Like, it was like 30 minutes of just trying to end it, but not knowing what to say on both sides.
Hoping that some donations are still flying in.
Yeah, reiterating the same thing like over and over and over again. It's just, it was painful, dude. Yeah.
No.
I'm not very good at first dates. I don't think anyone is really.
I'm really good.
I'm definitely really bad at it.
Oh, why am I host?
I don't know.
That shouldn't happen. Oh. Oh, yeah. Okay, so they have the restore and can start pretty soon. My first date, someone offering me the key to his apartment. And did you have sex, Debbie? What is a good trick to be good at the first date? I think 1v1 Arabia and see how good her micro is.
Yep.
Or his
Play
micro.
DM, see if she goes for the market.
Yeah.
Nope, you're cut. You're cut. Can't do it.
Behind us, Twitter Liebe with the sub, Ryder with 100 biddies, and Cobalt of Doom flying in with another 500 biddies. Guys, thank you so much for your support. If the tournament is double elimination, how come the Viper loses? It's over. Because he only needs to play 1 series today. The Code already played a full best of 9, so the Viper
4 hours long.
Yeah, he goes into this completely rested and can see all the strategies the Code went for earlier. Simply makes so much more sense for a weekend tournament. If we did it like open scheduling without the final weekend, obviously it would have been 2 sets or maybe 1-0 lead or something.
Everyone knew the settings coming into it. So they signed up for it.
Yeah.
And they know what's going on.
They said they read and agreed to the rules.
Yep.
Every single one of them.
They read every word. That's what they said. So we believe them, right?
Oh, no, they didn't.
No, of course they didn't.
So painful, man.
Even MBL. Yes. Can he read?
Well, he can at least copy paste and know what, like, that's the thing what I want to hear. Okay, apparently Code having some internet problems here.
Yeah, he read and disagreed with the rules. That's a good point, Joshua.
Okay, they're launching into game number 4, the continuation on Gold Rush. It looks pretty good for the Code here. I wouldn't be too surprised if he will lead this one 3-1, but then kind of the home civilization of the Viper with the Vikings behind that. So even if the Code wins this one, I don't think that 3-2 would be unlikely. Okay, the Viper now had obviously a lot of time to think about what happened and how he's positioned himself. He will have 3 castles up pretty soon, so can go for a lot of traps, can go for the elephants as well. And I think if he just goes for some traps there and has the gold control, it's looking pretty good for him because he didn't burn through too much food yet, simply because both are so many villagers that their production buildings were so delayed that in general it's a very low population game so far. Okay, Dave doesn't want to talk to me.
Pizza place has been open for an hour now, nearly.
Purgatory, thanks for the 4 months, and Sweeland for the 500 biddies. What has been open for an hour? The pizza place. And?
Yep. But I can't get it for delivery because they're literally right across the street.
Why can't you get it for delivery?
Because, no, I don't have any cash, number one, and I guarantee you they don't have a machine. So I'm going to have to go over there.
Oh, feels bad. Can't you just call and say, I will pick it up in 6 games?
No, everything is 15 minutes.
Okay.
I'll patch you in after the last game. I'll patch you in. You can hear.
Okay. How are you doing
about 15 minute. No, it'll sound exactly like that.
Okay, 1 minute.
They don't take my name or anything. They just say 15 minute, and then I show up there. They don't know who's calling them. They don't know if I'm going to show up. I could order 15 pizzas. They'd make them, and then just wait around.
Do they have 15 ovens?
I don't know. I ordered 5 pizzas, and it was 15 minutes as well. So
well, maybe one big oven that can fit 5 pizzas.
But they have to make them too. It just doesn't make sense.
Take them out of the fridge and put them in?
Logistically doesn't make sense.
Okay. Okay, let's take a look into the action here. So we are continuing after the drop, and I will also switch into the right scene. Hill advantage, slightly better for the Viper here.
Good raids from Viper. It's going to pick 5 villagers.
Oh, at the siege workshops there. Nicely done for sure. More villagers running forward, and suddenly it's 6 against 0 villagers, so the stats will reset there with the restore.
Viper definitely with a better position. These scorpions up on that hill just needs a meat shield in front of it.
Some bombard cannons would be really lovely for the
damage they're
Code.
doing. Oh my goodness, that's such a sweet spot there. Right through that choke point.
Oh yeah. We need some rams or bombard cannons against that.
Yeah. I mean, once that castle goes up, then Viper can't really sit there. But yeah,
well,
bombard cannons would be sick here.
He will get enough traps out, honestly. We'll have 2 traps fighting downhill, and he will do a lot of damage against that castle. I think the castle won't live for too long. Rams moving forward as well.
In the back, coming from both sides.
Oh, what a sick one. And he denies all the potential food eco there. For now, it's only gold eco.
Killing all those gold villagers too. I don't think Viper's noticed this.
Oh, this is so painful.
Whoa!
Oh, he does. But fight through the center continues. The Code will lose his castle. That's such a good setup by the Viper. As you can see, 4 castles there.
Everything, like, Code has to filter through those choke points, and the Scorps are just eating him alive.
Got into the siege workshops a bit earlier. Villager count pretty even. The Viper is still completely idle in his TCs, though not really having any income. The Code down to 600 wood. He cannot produce more siege.
Yeah, well, he's got no gold anyway.
Okay. Now building 2 farms, 2 more castles as well. Some stuff here at the side doesn't really queue up. It's so tough, both at the limit with their resources.
When I said he had no gold, I didn't notice the 22 scorpions and 7 elephants queued.
Yeah, and rams.
Yeah. It's all in the buildings.
Well, he's still
But
getting
yeah, he's
stuck.
losing his scorps pretty badly here. That is not a great engagement. Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Seems a little bit over here.
Looks like a 99 population against 60. Traps still active. Rams here. Military count 60 against 20. And yeah, the code getting more traps out that are getting chewed away. Production looks pretty solid behind this as well. The Viper is getting some farms up. Villager count
Rated
equally low. Oh yeah.
Rated a ton at the gold at the top, and he's gonna go around. And is Viper calling the GG for code?
Might have been a bit laggy there because of the restore. I would
If
be
so-
surprised, but yeah. Typing the GG 6 seconds earlier felt a bit wrong.
I don't think that doesn't seem like something Viper would do. That'd be hilarious if it was, but the timing was just off.
Do you know if the game could lag because of too many specs?
No, it can't. It's a completely different server.
In the old days, it was that way.
No.
Okay.
On HD, it can.
But I know that in the old days, some people didn't want to have any specs because it lagged their game.
Yeah, in
Even
the
on
old days,
Boobly.
some people didn't want to click the recording game because they thought it lagged the game as well.
Okay. Okay, Viper with a nice hold. And yeah, we can take a look at the stats at the end there as well. Because Orkut doesn't really know why the game feels a bit laggy for him. I will try to write for him. Better KD for the Viper. Eco setup a bit better for the code. But in the end, military. That's all that matters. Like 50 more kills.
Masmora's here. I haven't seen your name in a while, Nelson. Hello.
Could specs be lagging my Boobly? Is freezing too often too much, also in-game. Are you using 2 screens? Specs shouldn't influence the game.
Immortal, the viewer record is like 11K. So, not close.
Did you try restarting your PC?
Have you
That's
tried
weird.
turning it off and on again?
And it didn't lag versus true, right? What? Okay. So the code is apparently hosting a new game. That shouldn't work.
He wants no specs, but like it's silly because there's 1v1 players like in RM that routinely play games with like 200 specs
Yeah.
and no problems. So it's not, they're not even connecting to the same server.
If it makes him feel better, I will give him 1 game. If it doesn't, like now he will get 60 Woobly messages as well.
Yeah.
Good luck handling that. Yeah, I would be surprised if the spectators could lick the game. I will give him 1 game if it makes him feel better. If it doesn't, we can open it again.
Now let's see if anyone was streaming the game room.
Yeah, now people
Their
start
viewers.
messaging me as well.
Yeah, let's go D&D.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should probably do that too.
Well, I don't want to exclude any streamers, right?
I think we got all of them, didn't we?
Let me see who is on AoE zone. Those 5 are in the room. Yeah, and the 2 Chinese. Yeah. Well, that should increase our viewer count by 20.
There you go. That's the strat, right?
Yeah. So 2-2, and I just said the Viper will have an incredible civilization step with Vikings for him after that. So I think this should be likely 3-2 for the Viper, especially because the Code also lost his Vikings game against True. No, he won against True on Atacama. Zapdos, thanks for the 5 gifted subs. Nearly sell out in the chat, please. Thank you so much for your support, and very happy that we have reasonable or pretty good viewer numbers overall. If we get to 5K by the end of the series on all channels combined, I would call this a success. Spanish caster.
Oh. Oh.
I remember a game that was, I think, a show match that no, did I sponsor it? No, someone sponsored it. And I think it was, MBL against Hera. And Hera lost the game, instantly went out of it, and instant spec kicked. So all the observers lost the last 1 minute 20 seconds out of the game and didn't see why the game ended.
Hera did that all the time.
But it was a sponsored show match. It wasn't a random rated game.
He used to do that all. He didn't realize that like he was cutting people off from the game. Really, he didn't even think about it.
Okay, 2-2 the score. We have 5 more set maps to come here. And then Dave gets his pizza. Vikings on Green Arabia next, then Franks and Magyars to follow that one up. I'm excited to see how the Vikings will play out. It obviously comes down a lot to map control. We open with Champions, Arbalest, then some Siege, and later on Berserks. The Viper completely outclassed me in my Vikings games against him. Let's take a look how the Code can deal with the Snake. And we are jumping into it, sending some energy, and we will see in the blue trunks the Code opening with the barracks. We will start with 1 pikeman and then the champion. The Viper also sending 2 villagers on the barracks here. Vikings now with the balanced treadmill crane, so barracks will finish at a reasonable time.
Do you make a? Oh yeah, make a pikeman first to counter that, right?
Exactly.
Oh, Viper's going champion. Okay.
That's
he's
maybe
confident in his Vil teleporting skills.
Maybe he trusts into War Chief as well, but as you can see, 1 villager teleported. Now at the front, got 2 hits. Easier clear up in the back by the Code. Let's take a look. He's going in for it again. Can he snipe the 1 villager? Where's the low one? At the front, and the Code, he's still running around. Wants to get that low HP villager there at the front. 10 HP, and he's getting him. Sick move.
He got him.
Sick
Nice.
yoink, man. That's a sick play.
That's great awareness.
Yeah.
Really great awareness. Looking at the relics here, there's a Code's got the advantage.
Oh,
he's got
that's
4.
That's so unfair, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
And he's actually putting a castle on the left-hand side. I like that positioning. Hopefully he can get that down before Viper gets over there.
Yeah, it's not really the spot where Viper can get a castle up, right? Viper will build slightly north of the extra gold there, and will maybe try to get some control over at the right-hand side. But first,
good raid from Code at the back too.
Oh man, this guy's so active.
Yep.
Solid population lead by him. Gets 2 villager kills in a Vikings war, something we don't see too often.
Viper kind of struggling in the start here.
Castles up, siege workshops as well. 3 island villages by TheCode. And let's take a look. Lots of siege coming out by the snake. Monastery only now being built. Will easily secure the one at the left-hand side. TheCode, he doesn't need to care about the relics at the left-hand side. Or like the bottom there. Needs to rush the ones in the center. The Viper could maybe get that one in the center. I don't really think so.
Is Code gonna pick the villagers at the back again? Let's see when that TC goes up. He's been so good at just sneaking units in. No, he's not gonna see it.
We'll get the champion and then probably the arbalest. Viper saves those villagers.
That's a big army from Viper in the middle. Good army composition too.
Oh yeah, 120 military against 100. More army at the top. We'll snag that Monk for now. And goes for the raid at the main gold spot yet another time. And another group is already prepared again. This is sick.
Yep. But Viper with a completely different strategy here. Not even trying to raid really. Just building up his ideal composition, and then he's gonna push forward and hopefully win the fight in the center.
Yeah, look at how TheCode is running around. What does TheCode see? He does not know anything about those rams, right? He saw 3 siege workshops or 2 siege workshops.
At least he has the onagers, so he can deal with it.
You need like 12 onagers. That's a massive ram goal. Now trap production behind this. He still doesn't see the army.
Well, he's got a decent position. Like he's got the hill that he can sit on. He sees it now with the arbalest. So now he has to go back and
he
prepare.
saw 3 rams going back. Think Code might underreact to that massive goal. Look at that ram count.
Wow, dude.
And the
more onagers, please. You need more. He's making more. Viper, you know, this could be a good push for Viper, or it could all get flattened in an instant.
Oh, God. He is popped 200. He needs to push now.
Yep. He's losing Arbalest on the right side. Champions coming in. Maybe pick off those onagers before they get shots. That's a good shot.
Gets 2 shots off there. Now the trade. Onager against Onager. Arbalest going down, and Viper isn't going for the big kill. And that's wasting time for him, I believe.
Now he's coming. Now he's coming.
Uh-oh,
where's the Imperial March music? We need it. Dun, 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 dun. Here it comes. That's a lot of rams.
Yeah, that will be some siege workshops down. Let's take a look. Point of view of TheCode. He sees some rams, and it's more where those came from. 7 onagers in the back. Berserk's going forward, and I think he cannot save all those onagers. Some more shots at the right-hand side, and they are too exposed. And those onagers needed to be split around a bit better. 5 surviving. First siege workshop down. Uh-oh, tricky move. Can TheCode hold on here?
He needs a shot on those Arbalest. Get the units out, then you can deal with the rams. He's picking off some of the trebs that were attacking his other castle. Viper decided to go everywhere at once with that push.
155 siege workshops down. He needs to get more siege workshops. TheCode, he is out of the stuff at the frontier, and no more castles. Needed to protect his gold. Will lose a lot there. That's such a rough situation for him. Go at the right hand side. Code is trying to counterattack this instead of stabilizing in the center.
Yeah, he's picking off the reinforcements that Viper's sending to that middle area, so maybe. But that's a lot of army Viper has in his base.
Both with the same military count, actually. Go at the right-hand side. Code with more traps moving forward. And that's such a big push into the main gold spot. Traps still active. And the Viper, he played this with such a massive go here. Both dropping in population quite heavily.
Shooting his own berserks with onagers. That's not what Code needs right now.
110
yeah,
for TheCode.
The push at the top is so slow compared to Viper's push.
Yeah, only 4 rams compared to 19.
And look at the Vil count now. He's wiped up a lot of his eco. He's going to take down another TC here, I think.
Yeah, all the TCs going down. 37 villagers, 23 of those idle, and the Viper with one massive army push here. Pop 110, can he hold on against the side? Feels like, yes, he could. Look at the resources of the code as well. Wouldn't go
Yeah,
especially.
the wood. Yeah. And look at the amount of, just the villager numbers he's lost. 55 to 11 at the moment.
Yeah, that was one massive push through the center there with all the gold. What a sick play by him.
Yeah. I like how he waited it out, too. Like, he saw the raids at the top. He was losing villagers to all the odd units that Code would throw into that gold. And he just built up his army, and he kept building. You told him to go forward with the Rams. He's like, nah, I need 5 more.
Yeah.
And then just pushed everywhere at once.
Wow, that was massive. Yeah, the traps over here lost those, but yeah, he had to lose at some spots. Still got the castle, and the big problem was the code. He had only 7 onagers and not really spread around. If he had those spread around a bit more, got more connections against the Rams, he might have had a chance, but the Viper, lethal push here.
Mm-hmm.
Impressive play by him, but now better civilizations again for the code coming up. Frank's War, if I remember correctly. Indeed, Frank's War. They only mapped the code won yesterday, but it wasn't Gold Rush. 19 buildings only raised. That's pretty weird. And yeah, the code is saying that one worked pretty well. No lag.
Oh, God, now he's convinced that it's actually... Oh, no.
Well, I honestly, I will give him the benefit of the doubt and let him play with whatever makes him feel better. Yeah, I will keep it for his mindset. It's obviously bad for the 50 people that wanted to watch over Woobly, but it's not like they cannot choose their favorite streamer. Okay, Memp is saying more specs, a lot more lag.
No.
But Mem said more specs equals a lot more lag, Dave.
Nope.
Plus Mem TV. More spec equals a lot more lag.
I know what Mem fucking said. Okay.
It's black on white, Dave. Okay. Zapdos, did I thank you for the 5-bit sub? I think I did. Thanks, mate.
69 viewers. Nice.
Oh, nice.
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 Nice. Nice.
Nice.
But it was a I got touched by an older woman. Was she hot? Yes. Nice. What?
Nice.
Are you coming here to report or to brag? Oh, Josh Freak, thanks. Okay, spec delay started. Frank's War up next. Dunes, interesting map. Big hill in the center, but we cannot build anything on there. I think that will be a lot of running around with paladins again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's after that potentially? Prairie Magyars. Ooh, that plays a lot like Hunts. Obviously, market not as strong. Let me quickly see, how many viewers does Vivi have at that time?
How do you even tell on those sites? They have like so many different numbers everywhere.
Well, the one that feels realistic, 41k. I will go to Microsoft and tell them 41 Chinese people watched this.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
And probably 50% of that is true.
Dave, will there be a hidden cup 3? I don't know. Why don't you ask the guy who sets up
Dave,
the
tell
tournament?
us. What about ECL 2, Dave?
I don't know.
Why are you holding back all that
I
information?
don't think they had enough money to pay Robo for all the admin work.
Okay, let's jump into someone who might get paid here. The Viper against Code builds the market here, and the Code is playing without the market. Interesting play. And the problem with Frank's market is you cannot sell food because everything that you build costs food, and you don't have guilds, so only get 70 gold for the first 100 wood sold.
Viper pretty active with the scout here. Good garrisons from Code. A little bit idle time there, though. You should probably on garrison those.
Someone asked in the chat how neutral I am. Well, I'm in favor for like the sake of DM tournaments that the Code is winning, but to avoid the complete shitstorm that we won't have a second series, and that's the only reason Viper ever lost the tournament, I kind of don't want to see the Viper lose.
Yep, I'm thinking the same. Also, the comeback might take another 4 hours.
I will see. At the moment, the
Good
score is
villager
3-2.
kills from Code.
Yeah, Snake's 5 there, Snake's 6.
Wow.
And Snake's probably 7 there. Is clicking that one at the front? No, he cannot. 34 population against 23. The Viper having problems getting onto proper castles. Oh, 8
Two
losses.
villagers! 2 villagers for
Down to
Viper
2.
right now.
But it's only 5 on the other side. 50 population against 28. Relics, 3 at the side
villager?
of Code. What?
He's still at 2 vills. 3 vills now.
But only against 6. So it's not like the Code's eco is massive behind this. And the Code might lose 3 more at the front.
6 is better than 2.
Uh-oh.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, but it will be 5
2
against
again.
2. What?
What?
Viper's down to 1 villager.
1 villager!
And the Paladin is coming in. Click him. Okay. No. Okay, now she gets a friend. 5 against 2 villagers still. Getting... Now the late market here is the Code. 86 military against 44. The Code with a massive push through the center potentially. And Viper, he only has 1 barracks up at the moment. He can never take a cost-efficient fight against all those halberdiers.
Well, he's adding Axeman in. He did get that castle up earlier, but now the Code with a castle of his own, so... Wow. He's making trebs, though. He's not making Axeman right away. Maybe pick some more villagers?
He absolutely might. Is right-clicking those, but oh no, goes for the Axeman first. 107 military against 55. He still sees the village at the front. Viper's coming around with some paladins. Is getting some beautiful raids in the back. 5 against 7 villagers. This is so wild, Dave.
7 idle, though, for Code. There we go. Now he's moving them. Monasteries, so he's going to go for the relics already. Viper has Paladin on the left side and the right side of Code's base right now, looking for villagers.
Oh, and he will get more villagers at the right-hand side. Quite nice pick-off. Only now going on to gold. Both completely at the limit with their resources. Pop 120 against 64. Villager count. Yeah, guys, you see that correctly. It's still in single digits.
And he's going to kill that house and maybe get in to kill these vills, too.
Oh, boy. 4 villagers there, still working away. 1 will go down. Paladins are trying to squeeze in. Cannot really get there. Snacks another one.
Another one. There's
Castle
2 left.
Goes
Another
up.
one.
The trap is
2 villagers
sniped.
for Viper.
And she's around there. She might easily die as well. The Viper, he saves his 1 villager. Builds another outpost fort for herself. Oh god, but
Another
the traps
trap going down. Oh my goodness.
getting sniped. Pop 109 against 36 here. The Viper having some problems with those starts.
And he's trying to go to the left-hand side, but Code's there again.
Yeah, because 3 villagers, that's too much.
Too many vills.
Deleting
oh my goodness,
might
so
even
unfortunate.
have lost the TC there. Now goes on to the gold. Pop 100. Traps continuing to be active at the front. And halberdiers, as we said, quite efficient. Now Axeman as a defense can deal with those halberdiers though. Let's take a look. Viper, is he investing with his paladins to snipe the traps? Only 1 paladin left alive.
Code sees more vills.
Oh,
Code is on a villager hunt right now, dude.
look at that!
Oh my god.
Down to 4 vills again.
Down to 2 villagers again?
And the other one at the bottom. can't get much done. Builds another castle there in no man's land.
This is just such a momentum killer. Viper just can't keep his villagers alive. And look at Cody. He's
Down
got
to
3
2 builds.
TCs. He's making 3 more, and now GG. Wow. Just wow.
Brutal game. Oh, God. Yeah, that's the code for you. He is so active with those things. And the Viper, he tries to make the market happening, but the code is here to punish that. And a lot of people saying how strong the market is. You need to play accordingly with that and after that.
Yeah, I don't know if market suits Viper's playstyle as much. I feel like he needs to get the early military advantage, right? I don't know.
Yeah, feels like it.
Well, it hasn't worked for him that we've seen.
Oh man, punishing so well here, the code. Lovely stuff. Whew. Okay, let's take a look at the villager high. Should be like 6 or something, right? Oh, 8. Higher than expected. And the Viper already relic gold. Yeah, that's exactly what gave him the good shot in this game. 120 largest army for the code. The Viper at 67. Hoo la la. And up next is Prairie Magyars. Did the Gold Rush game count? Obviously. We did restore it.
Why wouldn't it?
Yeah, he maybe turned off or went away after the 6.5 minute mark. My Viper's market is surely going to be a meme. Yeah, probably. Whew. An interesting one, and that's what DM is all about, right? Short games, mix them with long out, beautiful fight games, and that has to be one of the best DM series I've ever casted. Yeah, most likely. Nice back and forth, action-packed games, and Magyars should be pretty brutal as well. Again, massive amount of paladins at the start, halberdiers and CA. Siege not that good, so it is tricky to finish a game off here. Because Magyars is just so good in sniping.
No, don't tell me that.
Yeah, this could be a long one, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah. Spec delay started here, and well, maybe sending some nilly energy to your beloved player could help them out, could cheer a bit for them. And whew, it's tough for me to predict who will win the series. It feels still the Viper should be the slight favorite, but the next maps, not really market intense. I would say Goth market isn't really important. Ghost Lake Spanish, that could be a long game as well. Dave doesn't care. Dave is ordering pizza.
No, I was gonna order pizza with the stream.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's the all right, stream. If we reach the donation goal, then I will order pizza live on stream.
What is the donation goal?
$10,000.
Okay, so
I'm
that's
making
the
you money,
donation goal. Make Dave order pizza online. $10,000. Oh.
Where's Matt? Where you at? Oh man.
Okay, let's jump into the next game. It will be game number 7, completely drawn series for now. We will take a look into Prairie, and Hasa going to the wrong direction here by the code. He will open up with the barracks first on a Magyar war. Interesting. So we'll see massive amount of halberdiers. The Viper opening with the stable and will open with paladins. Different approaches.
So is Code gonna go just keep his army at home and then start building up the archer numbers early? No, I guess not. He's going stable too after the barracks.
Yeah, maybe some stables for the raid. Another villager picked off. Good start here. And, well, running around a bit more. Let's take a look. Halberdier defense looks pretty strong. The Viper cannot get that much done. Better opening again for the code.
He's really good picking off these villagers. Viper is struggling against it. Or he's just... Even when Viper escapes with him, like, he's causing a lot of idle time just circling the bases looking for villagers.
Yeah. And that's honestly,
Very
like,
nice.
all the micro the Viper is doing in the back is nice and fancy, but at the same time, he's not getting the kills at the front.
Mm-hmm.
Hussar is still alive. Look at that, the code. He still has his Hussar alive and is getting some more intel, doing one hit, running around. And that Hussar only has the purpose to know where the other villagers are so that the paladins can get more kills.
Mm-hmm. And now he's sending two paladins to the top, one paladin to the bottom.
Yeah, that's
To
just
look for that
beautiful.
villager at the bottom. Unfortunately, the halberdiers are there.
Yeah, but still, you cannot save the villager. Goes down to 3 hits. Another one down. Now 3 kills to 1. Make that
Another one's
4
gonna go
to
down.
1.
Oh, sniped.
And the cone with the market behind that one. So that should be a lot of CA. Goes for 8 archery ranges. And that feels like a very one-dimensional, straightforward push. Both with aggressive gold spots as well. Their main gold spots at the front.
Uh-oh, another pause.
Uh-oh. And I'm getting
Too
the
many
message.
specs.
Oh, they have the wrong map.
What?
Yeah, it's DM World Cup 1 Prairie. I wouldn't know of a difference. I wouldn't know of any differences. Well, we can wall. Ah!
That's not good.
Okay. Well, walling stays forbidden, but you won't get punished for accidental walls. And neither will wall. He made palisade instead of outpost, so we 14. That's fine. Yeah, so they picked the wrong map, but palisades again instead of outpost wasn't the big issue.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so we can continue with this one. This one at the bottom should say DM World Cup 2 Prairie instead of DM World Cup Prairie. We had some switcheroos with the different hosts there, and
It's fine. We're
Yeah.
fine. We're into this. Into this game, and it's pretty even so far.
yeah, the Viper is building the market now, and again, we'll get the bad news that the prices of wood and food are already pretty damn low.
And there's one paladin from the code kicking around back there. Okay, Viper sees it, so he's going to protect his villagers. Both players kind of expanding outwards. Nice cav archer numbers already from the code.
Yeah, he went, what did he go for? 8 archer range or something from what I saw before?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just brutal.
Not getting meat in front of those, though. Probably want a meat shield. Sending the other group back to snipe villagers. Don't know how many he's going to pick.
Still wondering where the Viper is building his palisade walls. Trying to save some villagers somewhere. Huh. For everyone who's confused, we designed the map that way that your walls won't even be an option. So if you try to select them with villagers, they won't even build the walls. With the old maps, that was still an option.
Oh, that was right at the back. He made the palisade walls. Okay.
Ah, okay. We have wrong map. Okay, I can make wall. Oh shit. We can or continue. Up to you. I'm asking Nili. Okay, we can continue. Nili says. Ready? Yes. Okay, so you just deleted those.
Didn't help him anyway.
Yeah.
He still lost the vills.
I thought he changed his hotkey. I, for example, changed my palisade hotkey to outpost. So that
That's
if I try to intentionally like quick wall, I would just build the outpost. And I thought Viper did the same. So I'm a bit surprised that he even gets the palisades.
Viper snagging that relic at the south.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup for sure.
Nice pick.
Yeah. We'll get at least 3 relics. Left hand side, yeah, it will be Orchids 2 against the Vipers. 3 relics. 2 extra gold
Lots of
spots.
idle villagers here.
How did that villager get through
Code.
there? There was massive army always patrolling around, but one villager of the code just went through there.
To the castle.
Yeah.
I have no idea. It's probably not going to go up, though. Maybe it will. Viper's got a lot of cav archers at the top. That's danger if he gets some siege to support that.
Let's take a look. As we mentioned earlier, Siege really not that strong in this matchup because Magyars is extremely cheap and...
You need some trebs, though, to push.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, not like rams or anything.
Yeah, Rams onagers, not really an option. We try to go for it sometimes. Oh, look at that. The code takes like 70% of its army back. 30% are still annoying. Trying to keep the villager numbers low. The code maxed out. Viper's sitting at 200. Heavy CA numbers, though. Look at that. 101 CAs by the snake.
Yep. And code's got to go back. You can't lose your CA numbers that easily. That's such a huge army. If he had like 4 or 5 trebs to support that, well, we'll see. He did get the castle up, though, at the right side. So he's covering the stone and 2 golds as well.
That's just massive. And the Viper here should have very little idea about that. Only now sees the castle. Was around with some Magyars and the monk, but main fight is in the center.
Throwing the trebs in.
Magyars dealing with the trap quite easily. Pop 140 for the code. 170 for the Viper.
Code is being so annoying with these armies at the back.
Oh yeah, trust me, it is so painful to play against him. You think, okay, nice, I'm doing something right at the front, and then you think, okay, I want to produce more villagers, and you don't even have any TCs anymore.
What's this blue dot at the back of my base? 40 bodies around it.
Yeah.
That's so many CA. Viper, what the hell? It's 80 cav archers at the front there.
Yeah, 96 in total on the map for him. Magyar CA, as we all know, +1 range, +1 attack for them, and that's just pretty nice. Some nice quick walls here. The code even still does it with outpost.
Uh-oh. Not anymore.
Not anymore. But still has 2 more villagers to finish the job. To see will go up, castle will go down though. Some losses here for the Viper, and he has a nice army control. Honestly, it is super tricky to control armies bigger than 40 of the same type, and he surely is playing like with 6 or 7 groups at this moment.
Dude, he grew up playing LOTR, right? That's child's play. Child's play.
Okay.
You can control 400 units, you can control 2 groups of 40.
Okay. Didn't know. I died every time before I got to 40 units in LOTR even.
Uh-oh. Look in the back of code space right now.
Hey, yeah, that's a nice raid. Sending some CA over. Not even enough actually to win a fight, but enough to clear up the raid. And the code is losing a lot here. The castle will fall. So many CA. That's just massive.
It's crazy.
90 now against only 14.
How do they do against build? Yeah, he's doing pretty good. Like, just use the CA as siege. It's doing pretty good against buildings.
Well, it's 3 villages firing back, so yeah. Look at that, those castles lined up by the Viper as well. Blah, 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 blah. Only needs 1 more at the right-hand side, but out of stone. The code even mixing in some paladins, simply out of wood to get his CA numbers up.
Yep.
Has enough stone.
Viper did a lot of damage at the back of his eco, but still a big villager advantage for him. And he's sending another army into the back of Viper's base while Viper's trying to get his farm eco set up. He's just always hitting here over and over and over again. Viper notices right away, though.
Yeah.
Good spot from him.
Nice reaction. Instantly loses 2 villagers, maybe some farms, but that's not too important. Send some Magyars for the defense. And, well, he's trying to return the favor and get some raids against the code as well.
He's got 2 massive CA armies. Jeez, just so many.
Oh, squeezes through here. We'll just snag some more villagers. And my chat is asking, did he maybe sell too much wood? Well, it could be an option. At the moment, he only has 40 villagers on wood. That's actually a solid number.
Onagers from the code, but Viper sees that with the line of sight from the Treb. He's going to go try and snipe them with the Magyar Hussar. Don't think he's going to get there. Now he's got to be careful.
4 onagers. No shots from them yet. Okay, we'll snag the trap at the right-hand side. Suddenly Orkut back to 33 CA, but still against 102 with 10 more in the queue.
And look at the the right-hand side. Viper just kills another TC with the Cav Archers. Doesn't even care.
Oh, yeah, sick.
Code's kind of trapped.
Yeah, very small map control. He is sitting at 2 relics against the Viper's 3 behind this as well. Just hoping that the Viper is wasting at the moment. Something we don't see too often, but, well, at the moment, it feels like Code is taking a bit of a better fight.
Yeah, Viper needs to add some more on wood, too. Really struggling,
Oh, that's a lot
in
of
that
CAs.
department.
He's going for the big goal. Kills all the onagers before. Paladins now moving in. I'm not sure if those are the real killer units, though. I think massive CA and Magyars is a bit better. Paladins just don't really cut the chase there.
Yeah, even a few Magyar Hussar from Code to run around and try and snipe those Trebs might be effective.
Oh,
He's not producing any right now.
Oh, and now moving back with his paladins, although he was already there. Not a great move. I think he needed to stay on there. Magyar production now started. Some halberdiers behind this as well. It feels like the Viper is going for the kill here.
This is terrifying. This is a terrifying army to fight. He's got so many Cav Archers, and he's just tossing in the Magyar Hussars as a meat shield in front and killing all your buildings with the Trebs from behind. Really great play from the Viper.
Is
and
it
Halberdiers
enough?
aren't going to cut it.
Is it honestly enough?
It feels like he cut his production a little bit, didn't he? He's now queuing up a ton of Magyar Hussar, but he didn't for a while there.
He was running out of wood as well. Now Magyar Hussar in production. CA still alive. The Code did survive this one.
Code is also clearing up the raids in the back.
Code is 40 population ahead.
The swings, man. The swings. La Tablas have turned again.
The problem is, though, now we have a lot of skirmishes and halberdiers that, yeah, are good on the number tab for military, but not really when it comes, for example, to army value. The Viper still having a solid army. Castle goes up here, will help in the fight, but next trap's already around doing the job.
And now Code started to mix in some Magyar Hussar as well. He should be able to defend against this. I just don't see, like... Yeah, he calls it GG.
Resigning with a 30 population lead. That's something we don't see too often. Still has food and wood in the bank. He knows, though, the stream won't stop too soon. Won't have access to the extra gold spots at the right-hand side. Couldn't really expand there. And, well... I think he was losing, although it looked like he held, but honestly, it is a lot of skirms and halberdiers that won't do much. Look at that. Army value, 6k to 3.7k, not really any solid gold army, and the Viper can just keep on producing. Look at the production tab also. I think the GG was justified. We're just too surprised that people learned how to judge the games a bit better. 4-3 lead. And next up will be Golden Pit Goth War. An interesting one. The Code won the one against True. I think exactly the same map, right? No, it was Prairie. Prairie Goth War.
Prairie Goth War, yeah.
Yeah, I lost my Golden Pit Goth War yesterday against Leaf.
Hey, you're almost at your 5k viewer goal.
Sweet, sweet. Maybe
Almost
if we reach
there.
game number 9.
Get your moms. Anyone have a mom that has Twitch? Get her. Sign her up.
Okay, let's take a look. So, well, the army count was just so much better for the Viper, as we saw here. Pretty solid stuff. More villagers for the code, but, well, didn't really matter. Was completely out of gold there. Couldn't really hold. The Viper still with solid numbers. They will take a small minute rest for now. Prairie, no, Golden Pit Goth War. That's an interesting one. Davis T90's cousin? Yes.
No.
But Mem said, Dave. Okay. Jitbut's ranting in T90's stream? Yeah, he did the same yesterday. I gave him one warning and then banned him. He is just a joke. Feels Jitba, man. Thanks, Boobly Official, for the host.
Is he like always salty?
Time.
That's something?
Yeah. The thing is, like, just get into the mindset. You have been one of the best players in the world, and suddenly people become better at you than you, and you don't walk with the time at all. And like, what are your options?
So it's
like
it's
learning
like the new
something.
Finito on AoE Zone, right?
Like I called him the death counter of DM. Like, they aren't playing my settings. And yeah, he defines DM has to be played with 3 civilizations on only one map. And yeah, that's not how I view DM and DM tournaments. So we didn't get into a good argument there.
Mm-hmm.
What 3 civs? Hans, Franks, and Franks again. If only this was Realms, would be so much better. Oh, would be different for sure. Oh, Golden Pit against Goth. The pressure's on. The Viper has now 2 match points. Let's see how this one will play out. I'm super satisfied with how the series is going so far. Super entertaining, action-packed games. And yeah, the code, Quendy True and Roomstock worked out those settings. And all 3 of them... No, that was actually Roomstock. Mainly doing those settings. And the code and True both said, no matter who plays, I'm going to watch those settings. They were pretty happy with that. And so far, Finals has delivered. Winner interview after the game? Very likely. When is the Black Forest and Michi tournament? You have to ask Cannibalists and Memp about Black Forest tournaments. Michi tournament... We had a Michi tournament in DM once.
Did you actually?
Oh, you don't know the story?
No.
Oh, okay. So do you know Frost 8 and Frost 8?
No.
Okay, he is a 2600 Woobly team game player. Streak 45.
Oh, yeah, I've seen him at the top of the... Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Like, the second highest 2100. And the legacy is that he is absolutely unbeatable. And they did a $1,500 Michi 2v2 tournament. 20-minute no cut. And since it's 1,500, everyone signed up. And so it was Quendy True, obviously, me. I played with Orkut that tournament, and everyone went around and was super hyped. But people were skeptical because the sponsor was unknown. And the Michi players all knew Frost 8, whoever he teams up with will win the tournament, right?
Yeah.
And long story short, they lose in the first round against Mentalist and Spaden. And then we play the big finals, best of 3, games take 4.5 hours. And
the prize pool wasn't there?
The sponsor bails and no one got money.
Yeah, okay. That was pretty predictable.
Good old days. Pillar Willer, thanks for the 500 biddies. Nalnik with the prime, and we are jumping into potentially the last game of the Deathmatch World Cup number 2. TheCode got third last time. The Viper is now the new star on the DM horizon. Let's take a look how he placed this one out. We're looking at a Goth War on Golden Pit in the yellow trunks. The Viper in the blue, as we love it. TheCode.
Alright, so let's see how many villagers Viper loses this game.
Well, it's impossible to not lose at least 5 villagers in the Goth War. Even with that big distance that we see here now. Halberdiers around. You shouldn't really lose a villager against the start, though. TheCode with a small mistake. Oh, that was uncanny for him. And now Huskar production starts. Huskars obviously produce faster and run faster. So going over there, and look at that. Instant barracks here at the side by TheCode.
I like it. We've seen it in a couple games. I think his last Goth War, he did the same thing, right?
Yeah, a bit.
I believe so.
Less to the side sneak, though. So this one will be interesting. And now massive Huskars, as you said it, just passing here. Let's take a look how they can defend the villagers so far. 2 losses by TheCode, 1 by the Viper.
Yep. Well, it says 1-1 on capture age.
2-2
but
for me.
I definitely heard, okay. It's a bit bugged there then.
Ah.
It's fine. It's fine. We'll get through it. We'll make it through. Another villager going down for Code.
The Viper already 4 down. The Viper lost 4 as well. And more and more losses. Huskars are going back. It feels like somewhat of a defense. No, villagers still going down on both sides.
I want to see how much damage these 2 barracks to the left do. If Code decides to like build up army there and then send it in, they might do quite a bit. I don't know about just streaming it in. We'll see.
I think it's more about like streaming 20 in and deny farm eco plus the gold and the stone. Maybe some from behind, because it's likely that the Viper will try to build some castles close to that area as well.
Pop capped for Code. Viper firmly ahead in population. Just not enough houses here for Code.
Oh yeah, 80 out of 80 there. That's so rough.
Really struggling. 7
villagers down. He has 3 siege workshops though. Has way more.
Look at that mass!
Uh-oh.
Look at that yellow wave in the middle coming from Viper.
Uh-oh. 130 army against 75. And Scorpions only facing the Huskars here. That won't be great. Champions in the front, but that will be nice sniped by the Viper. No, he is going back here. Uh-oh, that's rough for him. It feels like TheCode can maybe come back into this one. KD still relatively even.
Getting some raids in on Viper's base, it looks like. Tons of Huskars now coming out. Viper noticing that right away, quick walling. Nice
Love
play.
that job. Yeah. TheCode with the earlier siege workshops though. Scorpion doing the job. The Viper sitting at only 5 Scorpions compared to the 14 of TheCode.
Population's even now.
It just feels like TheCode is so cornered by his 3 forests here and the houses that he built. It would be really tricky for him to expand into a good food eco.
I'm just waiting for... Viper's keeping those units at his base. I'm waiting for him to send it forward, because maybe he thought that was just a simple raid. Okay, sending them forward now. Maybe Code can sneak around these.
Tricky barracks now at the side as well. The next go from TheCode at the bottom might have slightly higher numbers here, but more Huskars means less efficiency when it comes to gold, but wins the fight that significantly. He is ahead by 40 population. It's looking good for TheCode at the moment. 140
Viper
military.
kind of stalled out here. Viper stalled out a little bit, but Code is still struggling with the houses. Can't produce fast enough.
Oh man, finally we'll get a castle up in some hammers. But
Market going down for Viper now.
yeah, TheCode already got it.
Oh, okay.
If it's 9 minutes into the game, don't get me excited with the market. Yeah. Oh, and now the push through the center. That's a lot of castles, though. I'm not sure if TheCode is doing too much here. That's a lot of champions. Huskars would be so much better in that spot. But bombard cannons are going down. The Viper and TheCode both at 0 gold left.
That's quick. Code still raiding in the back, killing quite a few villagers, actually.
And blocking the food eco.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and 2 more champions sneaking around.
But Code doesn't have any food eco himself. He hasn't even made any farms yet.
And more sneaky barracks at the top. Left-hand side, finally some TCs, but Huskarls will snipe those villagers. We will get into a stalemate position where both players will have like 20 villagers and no one can produce army.
Code's losing quite a few scorpions in the middle, though. He went too deep.
Oh,
Went too deep with that push. So was Viper, though.
It's more important that they're also losing all the villagers at the side. This is so tough to call. Who's coming out ahead? 24 villager snipes against 21. Both numbers will increase. Next armies are coming in. Finally, the Viper is clearing up the left-hand side, right-hand side raid around the corner already again, though.
This is Viper's game. Look at the villager count.
6 to 32.
Yeah.
Oh.
He needs that food soon. He needs that food
How?
soon. He can still produce, but
He has 1.7k food in the bank. Cannot build a single more champion because that just means he cannot build any villages.
no gold.
No TCs in the back.
Rough.
Oh man, this is so ugly. The one raid at the left-hand side. TheCode at 60 population
Go
here.
back.
He cannot do anything.
No, I think Viper's got the middle. He's got the villager advantage. He's started farming already, so he's got food income. And Code's food, only 1k left.
Yeah, as I said, that has to be all invested into villagers.
Yep.
Like that's only 20 villagers as well. And he just
Viper
loses
even
another
picking
one.
off another villager. Maybe even another one. Oh, jeez.
Minute 15, villager count 8. Make it 7.
Really great attention to detail here from Viper. To constantly be sniping villagers.
Ooh, and TheCode, what are you really investing your APM in at the moment? Like, it's not about, like, building eco or farming or something.
He's got 60 pop. He can't make anything else, really. Oh, jeez.
21 food. Now the first
Probably another
farms.
villager. Oh, he's pulling it away good.
I'm not sure if I think that might be the first food he gets all game. The villager now
Probably.
dropping off 20. That's so rough.
Food per minute, 20. 41.
We're getting there.
69. Nice.
Nice.
62, actually. Just wanted to say it.
Yeah. Okay, next raid here.
More champions at the back.
And
And clear up those.
Look
gold
at
villagers.
the farm eco of the Viper in the back. Oh
Yeah, it's
boy.
crazy.
That's just sick. Got a solid 40 farms working for himself. 10 more in the queue. Getting the push back in the middle. Pop 39 here. He gets 100 from the Viper. More raids. The TC falls at the quote-unquote main gold. 12 more villagers in production. Code knows that both are not pop limit here, but 42 just doesn't feel right.
Yeah, 41. Yeah, you're struggling. If you're at 41 pop. 18 minutes and 19 minutes into the game. All Viper has to do, just build up his eco and then go for one big push. Could just finish Code off here.
Yeah, has 3 traps out still. Those raids at the side were just so good, and it feels that the Viper will take the crown after only getting second in the Awakening, the first deathmatch tournament he played, after winning Legacy Cup number 2, the deathmatch tournament that he won together with Tado. He will now be DM World Champion and really showing how good he is, not only in RM but also DM. Great performance by TheCode, we surely have to say that. He is still trying to hold on. Did take 3 maps away. Those are the same amount that Viper lost this whole tournament. Lost 1 map to Tado, 1 to me, and except that he was undefeated. Oh well, he lost a map against TheCode. But GG, congrats is now coming in. 21-minute game. What a masterclass. The Viper ran around everywhere and, well, just picked off those villagers so nicely. TheCode, funnily enough, only lost 41 villagers this game.
Only.
Yeah.
That's actually not as many as I thought.
But it's like, it was like 41 of the first 48.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 41 when you got 200 isn't a big deal. 41 when you have 47 is is quite a big deal.
G to the G, and well, lovely stuff. Whew. What a great tournament, Dave, and lovely that you were around here. You can prepare your questions for the winner's interview with the Viper after this one. We can update the score, 5-2-3. And taking a look at the achievements, KD somewhat even, but, well, fighting under the castles a bit there, and the eco, just compare that, 6k food to 800 food. And GG's here, 100 villagers against 31. Made it so rough for TheCode in this game.
Viper kind of giving him a bit of his own medicine. Code was so good sniping villagers this entire set. And then Viper just paid him back in that last game.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, Viper is joining us in Discord. I think I need to make another group.
I think you can call someone else from this, right?
Add friends. Send friend. Oh, I need to send a friend request to you first.
You guys aren't friends?
We guys aren't friends.
Damn. That's cool. I don't think I'm friends with him either.
No.
What happened with the pizza? That's the update we need.
Dave, accept friend request.
What? Wait, what? Who? How? Friends. Add friend.
Yeah.
No, pending. There's too many.
Yeah, just scroll to the top.
Accept. Got it.
Okay. Viper. Bop. Okay, and we should be back. Dave needs to confirm here.
I'm good.
Okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
So, how does it feel to be the Deathmatch World Champion?
Good.
Oh, this is going to be a troll interview. Dave, you can take over.
Viper, I just want to say I'm a huge fan of all of your work, and I'm so proud of you for winning this tournament. Actually, you played really well. That looked tough. Code was sniping villagers left and right, and you kind of gave it back to him a little bit in that last game.
Yeah.
What is your favorite pizza, Viper?
I tend to go with Hawaii. But I'm starting
There
to
you
like
go.
more like polo and such, like with chicken and such. It's quite
Okay.
nice.
No
I'm
bananas.
experimenting. Bananas?
See? No.
How do you like?
Is?
How do you
Yes.
like to start with markets in DM?
Bad,
Why?
because it doesn't suit me.
Why did you try to play it then?
Because like Indians War, home map, bullshit market, crap. I try, man. First time ever I did it, it didn't go too well.
It didn't go too well.
You had some impressive villager teleporting skills that game.
Yeah,
Oh
all
my
four
goodness.
of them.
Yeah. You're on this side of the
Well,
TC. Oh, now you're on this side of the TC.
Didn't have too many units to micro, man. It was alright.
No.
Goddy. When he got you to 3-3, did you think the series was slipping a bit out of your hands after losing the Franks war there?
Nah, I felt like today my openings were quite bad, but I felt like I got warmer and warmer as everything went on. The Magyars game went pretty well and felt confident going into the Goth war. So, but my openings today, I'm not sure if it's because it's late or not, but my openings today felt so much worse than yesterday. Could also be that he's just playing way better today. I don't know.
He looked
But,
a lot crisper in the second set than the first set we casted.
Yeah, could be. Yeah. Also, I mean, it might be like a combination of, me feeling worse today and him playing way better today. It was really tough, some of those games.
Oh, lovely stuff. I enjoyed the series, and especially the Vikings go on GA there. Like, did you think, like, was that a strategy you prepared before the game, or did you have the feeling during the game?
I realized he got most of the relics, so I figured, okay, let's not try to bring this into late game. So I figured, all right, let's just get a million rams out and we go for it.
Yeah.
And
did you intentionally try to hide them?
As like I was building up, like I wasn't intending to go for the all-in push immediately, but as I was as I realized that he was gonna get 4 relics, I kind of started to like mess him and try to hide him a little bit. And yeah, once I was maxed out with a ton of berserks and such, I figured, let's go for an all-in push, and yeah, it worked out.
It truly did. Britain's War, you were pushed away from the water. Were you concerned at some points there?
I thought I was going to lose that at some point. I mean, it felt even-ish, even though we had water. I felt like it wasn't over for a while. But then in the mid-game at some point, I felt like I was being pushed from both sides. So I thought I was dying then, but managed to come back somehow. Like I felt like I didn't really get going until the middle of that game. So once... But then again, we had the Indians game after that, so I guess... no, it was a good game. I feel like the longer it goes on, the better it is for me. So as long as I get into like an equal game mid game, then I always feel confident.
That was kind of interesting because you were pretty low on wood sources for a while there, and then you push back on both sides, and all of a sudden like the tables just turned. Like he had 0 wood to go to.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he overcommit on his push, like on both sides. I don't know. Suddenly it felt like he was out of juice. And I was just able to. Maybe I think I kept like 30 longbows alive for a long time. I think those helped out a lot in trading cost effectively throughout the game.
Sweet stuff. And yeah, I'm happy with how this all went down. Thank you so much for playing. Congratulations, Viper. And I think you were always in time, so you even get your full 25%.
Yes. Every single series, man, on point.
Yeah. And then even spamming annoying 14 in between games.
Dude, when we played, I didn't know United was playing at 7 p.m. and we starting 6 p.m.
And then you need to kill me within the first hour.
I'm sorry, like as I realized that, because I checked it like 30 minutes before our game started, then I was like, oh shit, 14. And luckily you were...
I thought about hiding villagers. I played along.
You are the admin, you cannot do that.
I played along and won a game quickly against you.
True.
Okay,
yes.
Thank you so much for that one, Viper. Don't spend all the money on the same hookup.
On the what?
What?
What did he say?
What?
I don't know.
He either said hookup or hookah.
Hookup? I'm spending all the money on my hookup. Okay, sounds good.
Just transfer it to Debbie's account. You'll be fine.
Sounds like a plan. All right, GG's guys. I'll see you. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Guys, I won't do an interview with TheCode. Losers interviews, from all the feedback I've gotten, aren't really nice. Honestly, you just lost the series. You put your heart on the table, and it just isn't nice. TheCode is a super lovely guy. You can listen to the interviews that he did after his other series, but it just doesn't feel right. Okay, Dave, time for your phone call.
Wait a second. Give me a second, chat.
Okay.
Tell me if you can...
Give him a second.
All right, so this is what he's going to say. I'm going to order a medium pepperoni pizza. This is what he's going to say. He's going to say, be about 15 minutes. That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
We are listening.
Yeah. You hear that?
Yeah, it's good.
Hi, could I get a medium pepperoni pizza, please, for pickup?
Okay, take about 15 minutes.
All right, thank you. I told you, dude.
Oh, man. Maybe they have to say that or something.
How often you order there? Dude, they have no idea it's me. They don't even ask for a name or anything. They don't have caller ID. They got like a rotary phone in there.
Oh, man. And if you're like coming in there after 16 minutes, they're like, oh no, you aren't the guy who called. We said 15 minutes.
No pizza, 16 minute.
Oh,
man.
Oh,
Yeah,
Dave.
this is exactly what we've been doing, Code. We talked about your pizza or my pizza about 1,000 times during your series.
Oh.
It was it didn't exceed your expectations because it was exactly what I said it would be.
Yeah, but yeah, that alone is like he was short and nice to the point. Didn't even repeat the order, ask for any names, numbers, or something. No.
Yep, told you. All right, dude. I'm gonna head out.
Yeah, you only got 40 minutes.
It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure, guys. I really appreciate you having me on. 7 hours.
Yeah.
DM. Maybe I'll cast some DM again sometime.
Well, I think there won't be any DM for at least several months now.
Well, then it was a good first time for me, Nilly.
Sweet stuff. I enjoyed it so much with you. Thanks for making my life easier. Give some Nilly love in the chat. Order some T90 Daves. Lovely stuff.
All right, boys.
Enjoy your pizza.
See you later. Keep your stick on the ice.